When a child becomes part of the juvenile justice system, in many cases it can be too late to change the course of their life. They can become depressed, not caring about themselves, their family, or their community. Many become parents while still kids themselves, and the cycle continues from one generation to the next. Director of Juvenile Court Service in Warren County, Tennessee, Barry Dishman, decided to investigate the cause of this problem.
We would have the same grouping of children present in court, come to the podium. You could barely see their head over the podium, they were so young. And I would start having a conversation with them. Well, why did you do this? They wouldn't have anything to say.
Very often, if a parent has been incarcerated and gone into the prison system, this puts the children and the family at risk to also getting in trouble with the law. And sometimes you see whole generations of families, one after another, entering the judicial system and going into jail or prison. So it can become a kind of a vicious cycle.
We've been besieged with drug problems and apathy towards schoolwork, and 3 and 4 generations of people that have been on government systems that were not providing a future for their children.
You know, we have a birthing tree out here that's just absolutely enormous and has been there for hundreds of years. And you think about the strength of that tree. And then if you'll take a moment to consider the roots of that tree, it's spread out all around that little area. So conversely, if you raise your children up in a box this size, they're not going to develop the root system that they need to expand into the possibility of the best individual that they can be, because they're confined to how they're allowed to grow. They're just in the local housing authority or assisted living. So they don't have the opportunity for expansion, I think, that most children do. We just decided to do something. You know, if they didn't have anything that they were involved in, we decided to do something. And so what did we do? Well, let's just get them together as a group. We'll have some sandwiches, some drinks or whatever. And we started out actually just meeting at Riverfront Park and playing volleyball. It was free, didn't require a lot of equipment. And then we just talked with them, you know, and we would play till they were tired. And as we were sitting around, we just started developing relationships.
This was the beginning of Kids of the Community, an outreach program for at-risk children that offers an extended family, new friends, organized activities, meals, homework help, and the guidance needed to help the children create better lives for themselves.
Without this place, I would probably be struggling, living with other people and having be in a lot of trouble, just financially and trouble, because this place gives me somewhere to go to distract my mind and to keep me on the right path of where I want to do and what I want to be when I get older.
I started here when I was 5, but I was practically here when I was little, like a baby, because my older brother and sister wasn't here, so I was always here with them. It was a great thing for me when I was little, because me being around all these kids, they were really active and everything. It's helped me get out of my comfort zone. It helped me a lot become the person I am today.
As Kids of the Community grew, its goal was to turn detention into prevention. It began to focus on the needs of each child, many of whom live below the poverty line and are missing many of the basic essentials.
You know, we're a small town. One of the first big events that we done, we were thinking about, we were going to actually ready to branch out, you know, and start doing more. And so it was the Warren County A&L Fair. You know, who doesn't like the fair? So we decided we'd take several. So we went to just area businessmen and had them to sponsor a child for $25 that would get them, you know, fed and cotton candy and things of that nature. And I think that's really where I truly didn't understand, again, their need. You know, we're trying to take them to the fair to have an appropriate leisure time activity. And back in those days, we got $5 a piece for them to spend on fair games. And immediately, several of the kids come up, but one I'll always remember came up and he said, "Mr. Berry, I have a question." And I said, "Well, what is it, son?" And he said, "Can I keep my $5 and take it home?" And I said, "Why?" He said, "My glasses are broken. And if I keep this money and I get some more, I can get a new pair of glasses." So even when we tried to reach out and give them a hand up into something, they were so attuned at 10 years old to a basic everyday need. They couldn't excel. They couldn't have fun. These children come here with some real problems.
If you're the stinky kid because your clothes smell bad, nobody wants to sit by you in school. I have a solution for that. You know, I have a shower, I have new clothes, I have better clothes, I have laundry detergent you can take home. I have sponsors that will give you towels and washcloths, and we do a family basket at the end of the year just so that the kids will have access to laundry detergent and things of that nature. So we just do what a family does. We do care about them, we do love them, and if you think about it, it's just simple. We feed them, we clothe them, we love them, we teach them, so we're their family. And they know it's forever.
Accepting everyone, no matter what you are, how you are, if you're damaged, if you're not damaged. We don't care how other people think. When you come to our home, we love you as our own children.
Some of these kids that's been here for a long time, they know unequivocally that they are loved here and that needs will be met here. And if they need a friend, we're going to listen.
We're all a family here. We all kind of rely on each other and we're accountable to each other. So the counselors and the staff and all of the children, you know, they have a chance at doing something that's bigger than themselves, you know, just kind of growing as a community and just having, like I said, like a safe place for them to come and just learn and grow.
We talk to them about everything. Relationships, what's appropriate to say, manners, promptness is a big thing.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the...
They have learned respect. They've learned being honest and hardworking, and they've learned so much, and so many people are genuinely helping them, and they recognize that.
They learn team building, they learn life skills, they just learn stuff that's going to make them a more productive employee, a more productive mom, a more productive dad. You know, we talk a lot about families, and you know, if you don't like your particular situation as far as you don't like your dad, be a better one. You know, if you're blessed with children, if you don't like how mom handles things, think about that. What's mom doing wrong? What could I improve on once I get old enough to be a mom? And just really, that's, I think our vision here is just to try to make better people, just a day at a time.
Help each other. Help each other. Show respect. Show respect.
When we started, basically within 2 or 3 months, we were doing tutoring. And they would go around in their personal vehicles and pick up kids, and we would have them here in this office on Saturdays. And then they were so hungry they couldn't focus, and then we would talk to area businesses and try to get 6 to 8 free biscuits and things of that nature. And so then we found out that food insecurity was a major issue.
Over 200 children are enrolled in the Kids of the Community tuition-free program, and providing food year-round is one of the many services available at the center.
We have always cooked kind of like family-style meals, so we try to introduce them to new foods, healthy eating, fruit. You know, obviously watermelon and cantaloupe are a big thing, and just kind of let them choose and hopefully get better eating habits than they're accustomed to. They're having the eggs. I tell them these are eggs that some of the other kids brought from home. You know, they have a chicken coop.
Kids of the Community gives us food every day, and it's really good.
I like the food. The food is amazing.
I have struggled with trying to cook for an army because that's basically what it is. We have somewhere in the neighborhood of, you know, 130 to 150 souls on the property every day. The cost is astronomical. Just local gardeners, if they would bring us their extra tomatoes, extra squash. We're feeding these children 2 full meals a day while they're here during the summer.
We need volunteers to help with the food because sometimes there ain't enough. Sometimes we just eat all of it, so. And then we want more.
When I first started, I had never cooked. And I come in one morning and Barry said, I said, what do you need me to do today? And he said, I need you to cook. And I was like, okay. I didn't tell him I'd never done it before. And you've got this many kids to cook for, but I had watched the ladies and helped out in the kitchen. So I went to work and I said, is this all right? Well, yeah, why? I said, I've never done nothing like this before. And so as the kids were going through line and I was serving them, I go, remember, Miss Goof cooked with lots and lots of love this morning.
And lots of love is served up every day. Many of the children who come to Kids of the Community have difficulty reading, which is why there is a special emphasis on reading activities.
We want you to be able to read. We want you to be able to do math. We want you to be able to write a story.
During the school year, Kids of the Community offers homework help and insight into career choices.
When we do homework help, we try to do it individually. We have so many ranges because we may have from a 5-year-old to a 17-year-old. So that's why I try to bring in volunteers so that they get that one-to-one. It's not just about doing the homework. It's with a positive person that's a little older than them or maybe a lot older than them. Whatever they need, we're going to try to provide.
I had no clue what I wanted to be. And then we've had people come here and talk to us about what they've done. That's what got me thinking about what I want to do. I want to go and enlist into the United States Army and become an animal care specialist. I want to go to college to become a veterinarian and then open my own practice and help as many animals as I can. That's what I want to do. And this place helped me realize that.
Davey, look at my fish!
Did you catch that?
Throughout the year, Kids of the Community offers a wide range of activities from adventures to learning experiences.
This is a millipede.
They can hurt you.
Yes, yeah.
Wilderness Explore exposes the children to the great outdoors with fishing, hiking, kayaking, and swimming. These adventures often happen at Rock Island State Park, where rangers present lessons on science and ecology.
This 3-prong is very different.
Other activities offered at Kids of the Community include Master Chef, where children learn to cook, Mad Scientist, where they experiment with science projects, Future Designer, where they learn to make clothes, draw, and paint. Move It is a program that keeps the children active with music and dance. And everyone's favorite games, Gaga and Nukem. Service Mondays help instill a sense of community with an emphasis on projects that teach the spirit of volunteering and helping others.
So we've cleaned up trash pretty much all over the entire county. We go to nursing homes. They bring little art that they've made for them or play bingo, do things, paint nails. We've also, taken them on field trips. We try to expand their horizons right outside of just this county. Try to show them that there is more to the world. And so we've taken them, to do things in Nashville. We went to the Country Music Hall of Fame last year.
Every time I wake up, I just like that out of my bed, ready to go.
With children constantly outgrowing their clothes and shoes, Kids of the Community started a community room that accepts donations and offers the kids and their parents access to whatever they need for school or work.
Several times a month, the family can come in and they can pick out anything they want that they can use, because people bring in household items, utensils, and things that the family might be able to use in the home, bedding, and just anything they can use, they're free to take.
We have 2 freezers there, and then we have some chicken or beef, cheese, whatever we can get from Second Harvest, they're free to take. One wall full of, normally it's full of canned goods, so it's just a bonus for the families.
We have a lot of organizations in the community that usually help us. Rotary, Breakfast and Noon Rotary here in McMinnville does a lot for us. Dr. Pepper has done a lot for us over the years. Oster was a big supporter of ours for a really long time.
I've been a member of McMinnville Breakfast Rotary Club for many years. When I was president of the club, we had the honor of donating a brand new Ford van to Kids of the Community that's still in use today.
Through a piece of real estate that we foreclosed, and we got a realtor involved, and she had a vision of us giving that to Kids Community. And now they have a nicer facility to meet in. They've got a lot of room for storage, and then they've been able to acquire additional land over the years, and it's just led to a beautiful situation where the banks got involved, and we see what someone's vision has turned into.
Kids of the Community works, and we can talk about statistics all day long, but we know it works because the kids that are involved in Kids of the Community, you don't see them in juvenile court. They're making a positive impact in Warren County through service projects, helping others in the community. They're learning great things.
Some of the kids that would get in trouble a lot actually behave so much better and I'm very proud of them.
So me and my mom really never got along. We wouldn't go and do anything together because we were always arguing. But then after I started coming here, my attitude started getting better. So as it got better, I got to do a lot more with my mom and go places.
We didn't try to do everything for them by any means, but we just tried to a step at a time, build a much more resilient child, wherein they would be a more responsible adult later in life.
I lived in the projects here in McMinnville. I lived on Hamilton Street. I stayed in the kids community until I was 18, the oldest you can stay in. And of course, I am one of the kids that did make it out. And with their help, I was able to accomplish so much. Like now I work at Amazon, been at Amazon for 10 years. So I just bought my own house and all this in my early 30s. So it's been a blessing for everything that they have done for me.
Got a kid that's mother was a drug addict. Come to homework help all the time because he wanted to do well in school and knew he wouldn't. I ran into him about 3 months ago at Big Lots, and he couldn't. He hollered at me and said, Miss Christie, and he hugged me and he said, guess what? And I said, what? He said, you know, you had those teachers help me get to Auto Diesel College. He said, I'd been driving for somebody else. He said, I've saved my money and I bought my first 18-wheeler and I'm going out on my own.
That's the passion that the people involved, they see these kids grow exponentially on a daily basis. They get excited about their schoolwork, where before they were just trying to get by. Now they're excited about their grades, they want to show them to people, they want to succeed, and that's going to stay within that kid's heart for the rest of their life.
This is like an ongoing program, you know, it's not a one-time thing. We've run the summer program for 13 summers, the Kids of the Community program for 25 years, you know, so this isn't just a one-time deal or even just like a week-long thing, you know, this is every year, all year. We're doing stuff with the kids all year long to try to, you know, make their lives better. So we just constantly are in need of funds. You know, it's great if somebody gives us a one-time donation, but, you know, those people that keep showing up month after month, year after year, it's really been amazing and a blessing for what they've done for us.
The things that we need are your time. If you can come on a Saturday while you're waiting on some other event, sit and drink coffee and just talk to the child and interact with the child, you're of assistance to us. We have a lot of males here that have never been around a positive male influence, and they're in dire need of that. So we need your time. The other thing that you might have is you might have a particular talent. You might be an artist, and you might be musical. You might be a scratch gardener. You know, you may be the best gardener around and have the green thumbs, and you can assist us with gardening. Lastly, I love this place. You know, I absolutely adore these children. But the most important thing about this operation is the donors. If we don't have any money, you know, I can't pay the electric bill. I can't pay the utilities. Can't pay the insurance. So your treasure is of great value to us.
If your organization would like to sponsor a project for kids of the community, or if you would like to volunteer, or if you would like to make a donation to keep this amazing program open, please contact us.
I love this place so much, and this is why we need these donations. People who are out there who really want to help us, please try y'all's best.